sad, the lonely car.
Yeah, but it won't be for long, buddy. We're gonna take her home and get her running again.
And we'll put her with all of our other cars so she won't be so lonely no more.
Yeah, we'll give her friends.
It's like abandoned or something.
Max,
Dick.
let's check it out. What can you tell us about it?
There's been, we got hit like 30 years ago.
Okay.
Pulling out on the street, front left. My uncle feared it had dented the frame in a bad way.
Yep.
So he could just kind of had it sitting under a tarp in Austin for decades. He recently moved to South Carolina, so I was like, let's see if we could get the thing back to life.
Yeah.
So had it towed from Austin. Started tinkering with it, and, then took it in and got it up on the lift and said I'm like my go-to people in town here at GT Motor Cars.
Yep.
Bob came over and looked at it. He's like, nah, that crease behind the cross member, it wouldn't be a fun project car, because I was just trying to get it going as a rusty beater to drive around for fun.
Actually, I have more fun with the rusty gears than the ones that are redone, because you're so worried about them getting scratched.
Exactly. So that was my dream, but I don't got enough personal skills or equipment to try to like do some sort of mending of a non-street safe
Heck yeah.
cross frame piece.
It's all locked up.
No, I think that one's good.
Oh, this one's good.
Yeah.
Standard, baby. Woohoo! I'll come over and check this checkered design out. Diamond stitch. That's cool. Heck yeah, man. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I didn't think I was gonna get. I was like, man, whenever you see a car that's like that, they're gone instantly. I'm sure you had 100 messages.
I had many, but like you kind of follow the rules a bit. Like show me you got a project car.
I was like, man, I didn't even plan to fix ours. It was something that I got with one of my buddies, and they're so freaking cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're doing a 57 Chevy. I'm at a square body. She's got a 63 C10. We got an 80 Camaro.
Sweet.
We got all sorts of projects. So always nice to have another one.
I've got many other types of projects. I'm not like a super great car guy anyway.
Ooh, the window works. We're gonna hit back here. You clear?
Yeah, you're clear. A little flat on the front.
Huh?
A flat tire on the front.
Is it?
Yep.
Here, come get the hood up. I'll blow that up quick.
That's the other side before you go up the.
Yeah.
Put it.
Man, you can put the camera over there. Check it out, we made it home. Oh yeah, welcome to SquareMax Customs. And if you can't tell, on this episode, we're gonna try to get this 1973 Nissan 240Z running again, after being parked for 30 years over a fender bender. You think we can body work this hood? It's already 10 times better. Well, I figured we should probably start by pulling all these spark plugs out and seeing what the cylinders look like. So far, all the spark plugs are black and, well, they're all consecutive, so that's a good thing. But this brings me to the sponsor of our video, Teslong. Let's bore scope these cylinders. These things are awfully handy if you don't own one. You can bore scope all sorts of things with them. This one's pretty nifty because check it out. It's got the little tickler on the end. You can look all over. It's got a camera on the front and a camera on the side. Pretty freaking cool. This thing's even got a camera on it. Take a picture of yourself if you want. But that's not what we want. We want to record some of this footage, so we got it for later. Oh, there she is. And with a little swivel head, you can look all around in here. It don't look too bad. A little carbon buildup. The valve's open. Let's check another cylinder out. Oh, this cylinder looks real good. Same thing, a little carbon buildup. You expect that for a... Well, I don't remember how old this car is. I don't feel like doing the math. But while we got this thing out, let's look at the fuel tank. Look at the freaking hole on that. Small kid could put their fist in there. Oh, it don't smell good. Well, she looks a little rough in there, a little rusty. I don't actually see a bunch of fluid in there, so that's a plus sign. Maybe we can throw a couple filters on and it'll filter it out. They said not the best shape. Maybe she might have a couple pinholes in her. Maybe we won't put no fuel in there. Well, at least we could check it out first. That was pretty cool. The valve's closed in this one. Look at the cylinder walls. They look good. I like how you can look all around in here. It's also got a zoom. You can zoom in. You can zoom out a little bit. Well, that was pretty nice. At least we got to check out all the cylinders, and well, we didn't find a bunch of rust, so that's a big plus. Although we did get to check out the fuel tank, and we did find rust there. Either way, if you're thinking about getting a borescope, maybe go check out the test long. I'll leave a link for it in the description, and I believe we got a discount code. Thanks again, Test Long, for sponsoring this video. Check out this dual brake reservoir. That's pretty sweet. Like dual carburetors. Look at that. It's got a separate reservoir for the front and the back. And they're both completely bone dry. They even got filters in them. How cool is that? That's pretty nifty. Well, I'm gonna spray them out with some brake clean first, and then we're gonna put a little brake fluid in, and hopefully while we're working on everything else, maybe it'll rejuvenate itself. Oh, sweet steal. I never pressed the clutch pedal, so I don't know what it feels like, but it's got fluid in it, so that's freaking awesome. All right, I'm gonna get some brake clean and just sort of in a rag and clean these out, and I'll put some fluid in it, and we'll get back to the engine. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll come back around. This car was in Texas for a long time, and it was his uncle's car till it got in the fender bender, and his uncle had to move, so they decided my finger's not long enough. That's the story of my life. It's never long enough. Substitute. Ain't too bad. It's only a little bit of stuff down there. We usually we're used to stuff that's way rustier.
Yep. Oh, I see bubbles.
That feels weird.
The front, like... not the back, though.
Okay, that makes sense. It goes like halfway down and then it's frozen. Still bubbling?
No, it stopped bubbling. It's taking it down now. Yeah, the clutch is bubbling.
Oh, maybe if we pump the out of them, they'll come back to life. Look at this, 1995, Texas. Is that Texas inspection sticker? Oh, that's registration sticker.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Well, we're gonna pump these things for ever and see if they come back. Watch your face. I'm gonna jam it down, see if we can get the back reservoir.
Suck all it out of the front.
It's all gone?
Almost. It's down to the minimum line.
You know what? If it ain't pushing all the way down, then we're probably not getting the backs to work, which is perfect, because if it runs, we really don't need back brakes. We want to see if it'll do a burnout, right? Heck yeah, well, if it's sucking it down, maybe they'll come back to life. Or it's got a major hole and we're just dumping it on the ground. Let's see if it turns over. So, I don't think I can get a socket on the front of this. I don't know, it feels weird. But, I'm not sure why, but the fan's off of it for the water pump. And the pulley and the belt for the water pump's just dangling down here. But well, we got spark plugs out. Let's see if she'll turn over. Oh, she turns. Oh yeah. Well, she spins over. That felt like about 6 rotations, so that's perfect. We got oil. Oh, and it's actually pretty clean. It smells like gas. It smells really bad, like really bad old gas. I believe this is our fuel pump. And this little tiny plastic dry cracked housing there is our filter. Well, the passenger door don't open. And this car got hit in the front pretty good, and supposedly the guy brought it to a shop, and the shop told him that the frame's tweaked on it or cracked or something. We haven't got that far, but we can't get the door open. So we're gonna try to unbend the fender a little bit without causing too much damage to the rest of the car. I don't want to dent the door more than it already is. I know there's probably a right tool to use for this, but we don't have it. This is what we have to work with. Yeah, I'm gonna call that a win. Probably pull out on that a little bit and we'll be able to close it. Look at that floor mat. That's pretty cool. The interior in this is really cool. I wish we had a matching driver's seat. That would be so cool. Check out the back. We found some goodies. I dug around back here and I found the clutch fan and the bolts and nuts. And look, 2 brand new tires and a car cover. How can you beat that? Look at this stitch. It goes through the whole car. That's so cool. And we need a taillight. Any of y'all got a taillight you want to send us? Anybody curious? It's a Datsun, not a Nissan. I'll tell you what, I'm putting this fan back on in the pulley. The alternator was free. I don't know why they had it off. Maybe they were going to change the belts or something. I'm not sure. But you need some really, really tiny hands. It is. And it's like 110 in Florida right now. And in the sun, it's like 115, 120. And like, man, I'm burning myself just touching my wrench. It's crazy. You can only work for about 5 minutes and then you got to go cool off for about 5 minutes. And I can't fit her in the shop right now. Check it out. Fan's back on. That's not coolant. That's for me sweating. Woo. But the fan's on and it seems to clear. I'm not sure why they took it off. Hopefully there wasn't a reason. Look at this, man, the brake fluid. I was pumping the clutch and it sprayed some brake fluid on the paint and it like ain't it off instantly. Like in a matter of minutes. Either way, what's our next step? We should probably pull the old crusty fuel lines off and spray some, spray something down in there. Oh, I sprayed the cylinders all down with some PB Blast before I put the plugs back in. We should probably check coolant. Oh. She might need a hammer or something and a pair of pliers to check her. And we should probably disconnect the fuel line from the tank. We're almost ready to throw a battery in this thing and see if it'll actually turn over. How bad do you think the frame's tweaked? The tire is pointed in a little bit. The more I look at it, the more it might be slightly pushed over. I'll tell you what, you definitely want to be careful with the, like I know brake fluid, it's not good for the paint, but wow, I didn't realize it, but I must have set the cap down right there. Either way, I got the fuel lines off from the carburetors and the fuel pump. And something I like to do is I like to shoot some PB Blast or lubrication or whatever, and then some carb clean or brake clean down in there. That way it lets them soak and maybe rejuvenate some of the seals. the whole object of this is to get this running as cheap as possible without spending money, because we don't know if it's worth fixing yet. And what this does is it's gonna rejuvenate it, so I don't have to go buy a bunch of stuff. Will it work? Maybe, maybe not. We'll probably pull the cap off next and just take a gander at the points. It's so freaking hot. Everything's so hot to touch. Oh, hold up. A cat. Oh yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but it's all corroded. So I'll get a piece of sandpaper and I'll clean them up, and we'll probably just clean the points up a little bit while we got it apart. A whole bunch of electrical tape, and not a very good connector to use, and some house. It's probably fine though. I cleaned the battery terminals up. Look at this. You pop that little flap up and you can get down to your battery easier. I was like, what? So cool. So yeah, check it out. It's definitely bent. I was looking at it, right? And well, first off, I posted a picture on my Facebook. Yeah, I'm on Facebook, SquareMax, if you want to go find me. And everybody's saying the motor mounts are blown out. At least one of them's blown out, and that's why it's crooked. The motor mount looks like it's still down there, and the rubber's still in there. And well, this one's definitely still in there. But look at this radiator hose. I was cleaning the points and everything, and I was like, well, that looks awfully squished, right? And then I got looking down here. See the frame right there? Yeah. She's a little whoopity doopity, not the right way. So yeah, I'm gonna say the frame's definitely bent, and now I'm wondering if maybe this hits, and that's why they took it off. I'm sure we're gonna find out. Either way, the radiator doesn't look like it's too good for the world, but maybe it'll work for a little bit. Either way, we're gonna get these back together. What's next? Hook up a fuel line? No, we'll just hook up a battery and see if she barks off. Now the carburetors are filled up right now with Carb Clean and PB Blast, so if she has spark and fire, she might run for a second. Are you supposed to put something inside? Do these carburetors take like an oil or something inside of them? I've never had them before, but watching other YouTubers, I've seen carburetors that sort of look the same as that. It says tighten by hand. I almost thought it was like a throttle adjustment at first, but I'm gonna have to go. Yeah, there's like oil down there. Well, I'm gonna have to go Google what you put in there. That's pretty cool. So Google says to just put some oil in here, or tranny fluid. But they say you only need like a tablespoon or two, and I think I already put way too much in. And they said you don't want it all over everything in there. Yeah, we put way too much in. Either way, they said we could use 5W30 or tranny fluid or something like that. I figured I'd use this little cap to try not to make a mess and put too much in and all that other stuff, but obviously I failed on that task. Oh, that's probably much better. All right, maybe I'll try to dabble some of it out. It said it's not a big deal if we put too much in, instead of just push it down in the carburetors and it'll smoke a little bit. But you know what? If there's a little extra oil in there, it's probably not a bad thing. So we are almost ready to throw a battery in and see if it'll, well, to see if it'll actually turn over, because we still haven't checked to see if the starter's any good. But to also see if it turns over and if it has spark and if we can get it to fire a little bit. Now, I'm a gambling man, and what I mean by that is I think I want to just throw some fuel in the tank and hook this hose back up to the fuel pump that we also put a bunch of PB Blast in to hopefully rejuvenate it. And then don't hook these up. I just want to put these in 2 water bottles real quick, and that way while we're spraying this, we can see if the fuel pump works and if it picks anything up from the tank, and we can see how nasty it is. So we'll be able to test a whole bunch of things at once. But I figured before we do that, we should probably try to shoot some air back through the line. That way if there's anything stuck in the line, I tried to blow through it real quick, but my lungs ain't that good. So well, that built up. Well, maybe we won't put nothing in the fuel tank because, well, yeah, you can hear the air blowing right back out somewhere. So scratch that idea. Maybe we'll get a temporary fuel cell. First, we'll see if she at least fires. Battery time. What can we borrow a battery from? Well, good morning. Trying to beat the heat this morning because, ooh, that 110-degree weather was ridiculous yesterday. I stole a battery. I don't know how good it is or if it's good. We don't have a fuel cell hooked up yet, but there should still be stuff inside the carburetor from when we filled them originally. Well, let's see if it turns over and maybe barks off. You gotta have the clutch in, or? Well, the battery don't sound too healthy, but she turns over, so that's a plus. It either sounds like we have no spark at all, or the brake clean isn't flammable. Which, nowadays, the brake clean's probably not flammable. The stuff barely burns your hand anymore. You know what? I'm just gonna get some petrol, and we'll just squirt some petrol in there. It's 85 degrees at 7 o'clock. That's freaking insane. And the sun ain't even out yet. Well, that's more than enough fuel. So she's either gonna bark off or she's not gonna do nothing. Well, I'm gonna say we got no sparks, so we'll have to take the points back apart. You don't think it could be this crazy wire connection right here they got going on, do you? No, it definitely can't be that. Oh, I never pulled the radiator cap off either, so I guess we should do that. Well, I got a switch hooked up so we can turn the old girl over out here. And we're pulling a spark plug. Luckily, this car's so freaking short and small to the ground. When you drop stuff, you can just reach in the engine bay and grab it. The plug's not wet, so we might not have got fuel up to it yet. Hey, let me tell you all a secret. I'm gonna let you in on a YouTube secret. Cars run much better when you hook a fuel cell up to them, so the carburetor has the right flow of fuel instead of trying to feed it in like that. And I'm not supposed to tell you all this because, you know, I am a YouTuber, but YouTubers like to not hook that up to make their videos longer and make their will it runs seem like it was hard to get running. Now, not all will it runs running easy, you know, some of them really don't run. I've had a few that never got running, but it makes me laugh whenever they're like, oh, it won't fire, and they're spraying brake clean and gas down there for a freaking 45 minutes. Hook up a fuel cell, hook up a fuel intake, and then see what happens. Carburetors are designed to do a special thing with the fuel where when you just squirt it in, well, we're not that smart to squirt the right amount in all the time is what I'm trying to say. So what I'm really trying to tell you, if you're doing a will it run, hook up your fuel system and then maybe try to start it. We're gonna check for spark and then we're gonna hook up the fuel system before we go any further. So, think we got a spark? It don't look like it. Nope, no spark. Well, at least we know where to look for. Let's get back inside the coil over here. Back inside the cap and rotor, my bad. We ain't getting inside that coil. That coil could be bad. Well, let's see if we got anything happening down here. This is what we're looking for right here. We're looking to see if we can get a spark. Don't really sound like it. Do the old Morsky flick. I don't have a special screwdriver, so it probably won't work. Well, I won't lie, it sounds like it's sparking, but I don't see nothing. So I'm gonna clean up a couple things, get a test light. We'll test the coil real quick to make sure we're not wasting our time. And well, I'll give you an update in a few. So I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it, but for the points, the little things, well, she's a little worn out and she wasn't opening far enough, I don't believe. Woo! Sorry for throwing you that freaking, woo! If she's got a spark now, I'm gonna get the cap back on. We'll see if it's got spark to the plug, and well, maybe she'll go boom boom. Oh, where'd I put the clicky clacky? Oh, if you can see that, but yeah, we got fire. We got fire. Nice. Now I'm gonna hook the fuel cell up so we're not playing games. And well, then we'll get back to it. We'll see if the carburetors will take fuel or if they're just gonna blow the fuel out the fuel bowl. I don't know if you could see it, but the freaking sun's coming up and it's getting hot. Check out that Chevy sign. What? Made from exhaust pipe, an old bed frame, and some sheet metal. That's pretty cool. Check out my racing fuel cell. Yeah, pretty fancy, huh? Got a little cheap Chinesium Amazon. Well, it was actually eBay. I don't really buy a lot on Amazon. The wife has the Amazon account. I got the eBay account. But we got our fuel cell and I built some extension wires. I know, black on black, but I put a piece of red tape on it so we don't screw it up. See if we can get this hose clamp tight. This whole car is round. There's not many good spots to use as a workbench. I like the cars that got a bunch of flat spots, so you got spots to put all your stuff all the time. All right. All right. So you think the carburetor's gonna leak? Don't say that. Don't be like that. Let's see here. We got our rebuild kit. Just in case the carburetors need a little rebuilding. Woo! Well, you know what would really help? If I hooked up the two fuel lines back up. Whoops! All right, I'm gonna get them hooked up, then we'll try to start it. All right, let's try that again. Should work better now. Oh, that freaking line has a hole in it. Oh, I'd just go and replace all the fuel lines, but like we said, we don't want to do more work than we have to. And we don't even know if it runs right now. Plus, I actually don't have any more fuel line laying around the shop. I need to order more. Unfortunately, I do have a 3/8 inch fuel line, but it's like 3 times the size of this fuel line. So I guess I'll cut that back about 3 inches and we'll make it work. It's just a little pinhole. All right. All right, I think I got it this time. The key's on. I put a new line on there. It's not the right line. I think it's actually vacuum line, but it'll work for this just to see if it'll run. It's what I had, so you gotta work with what you have. I don't see nothing leaking. Woo woo. Don't seem to be leaking. Well, the bowl should be filled, so I'm gonna leave that unplugged, and we are gonna see what she'll do. Ready? She's running. She's not running on all cylinders, and I can't hit the gas. But she started! Woo! Oh, I didn't have an exhaust can. Let's go see if it blew anything out. Oh, it makes me so happy. Let's turn the key off for a second. Make sure we don't burn our coil out. This thing, she's got rat poo in her. Oh, she needs a really, really good cleaning. Where is the little exhaust pipe? Well, I didn't see nothing blow out of it. Well, that's freaking awesome. I can't believe she started. Like a hit and miss engine. That's so cool. Oh man, that's super cool. Well, let's well, I can tell you the fan slightly hits. But then again, we did realize the whole front end's actually pushed over, hence why the door wouldn't open, and why the hood doesn't close right, and well, the frame's bent right there, and the motor sits really, really, really crooked. But that will probably be a future episode, and if you want to see that, make sure you put it in the comments and tell me you want to see another episode. We get enough comments saying yes, more episodes of the Datsun, well, then we'll do more episodes on it. I'm gonna tinker with it for a few minutes and we'll see if we can get it to idle. Well, I got the radiator cap off. Oh yeah, she started running better too. The throttle was not responsive at all. It wouldn't do nothing. And then, I don't know, out of nowhere, this cooling system's probably not gonna be very good. Out of nowhere, it started to run better. I'm guessing maybe the thing's oiled the, I don't know. I don't want to tell you guys the wrong thing and you all get mad at me again. Hey, is this going right on the ground?
We'll see.
Well, I figured before we run it too long, we should probably put some coolant in it. And then the next step is hopefully we can get a clutch so we can drive this thing around because it still hasn't come back to life on its own. Why is it empty? Why are they always empty? Where's all the fluid always go when the vehicles sit? I should have put water in it in case it did leak. Well, there's a half a gallon. Well, she's filled on coolant. We got, I think we can start this thing up and let it warm up through a run cycle now. We got to get this clutch working. Oh, mice poo. It's fine. Watch this. Watch this. We're just going to breathe on it. Ready? Ready? Oh, maybe. Hold up. Freaking bump of the key. Oh, she's running better and better the longer she runs. That fan's hitting. It'll be fine. Listen. Sounds pretty good. The throttle's definitely sticking. I did spray everything down. Oh, that's so freaking cool. I love the way it sounds. She's definitely got a little miss. Wonder if any of the gauges are gonna work. Well, battery's charging, so that's cool. It says no oil pressure and the temp gauge ain't working. That probably just, I don't know, I don't hear it knocking, so. We gotta get this clutch working. Absolutely no clutch. I think that's just a plug in the floor. I don't think this car is really, really, really rusty. Like, it has some rust in it, but overall it's not. A little bit in the bottom of the doors. This door has more in it. Bottom of that fender has some. Like, she's got some. The rocker back here a little bit. Oh, it's so cool she's running. All right, we got to get her jacked up and see if we can bleed the clutch. Ready? I'm just jacking her up, and I don't really know where all this water's coming from, but she's definitely leaking something. Huh. Why is the transmission filled with water? Oh, that's probably not good. Look at the floor, is pretty good. We got a spot right here. That's not a hole right there. She's been bottomed out a couple times. That's really the only rust hole on this side of the floor that I'm seeing. The back's looking pretty good. Independent suspension back there, that's pretty neat. It's still leaking. It's freaking warm too. It's definitely, oh, it's really warm. That's weird. It's been about 5 minutes and she's finally slowing down. She's only dribbling now. Either way, I got our little bleeder out of our freaking slave cylinder, and well, she's good to breathe through. So I'm gonna get this back in. Nothing's leaking out of it. I'm just gonna leave it loose for a little while because I don't have help to pump the brakes. And when my beautiful wife comes back, I'll have her inside and she can pump when I'll yeah, just like bleeding brakes, but you know, we're bleeding the clutch. Well, I got bad news. One, I can't get no fluid through the lines down to this, and two, this thing's pretty nasty and it's not moving. The good news is it's only like 25 bucks. The bad news is they can't get me it today, so we might not be able to test drive it. But I'm gonna try to clean this up the best I can, and I don't know, try to figure out what's blocking the line on the for the clutch fluid to come down. I don't know if the rubber line collapsed or what's the deal, but I can't get the fluid to even go down to it. So that's your update. I'm gonna see if I can make this stuff work. That way we can at least drive this thing around the field, right? We want to see it move. It's getting there. I got the thing inside to start moving. It's not coming up all the way, but that's a good sign. I don't have a honer, so I'm just using a piece of sandpaper, a couple of wire brushes, making it work. I got a freaking drill bit inside there to try to help me. But this is working. There is a bunch of chunks in here, so I almost wonder if the rubber line, like, you know, the brake lines have the rubber hoses, the clutch has the same thing. I wonder if that's collapsed on the inside, so that might be our next issue. We lost power. That's weird. We don't even have a storm. It's beautiful out here. Either way, bad news. One, we lost power. Two, this rubber, I want to call it a brake line, but the rubber clutch line, the flexible rubber clutch line is, well, she's collapsed and about solid. I can jam something up about 2 inches. I can't even spray brake clean through it, so that's bad, especially because we can't get that today. And well, I have to edit this video and get it loaded so you all can watch it on time. So I'm gonna try to jam something up through it to clean it out enough to hopefully make the dang clutch work. That's what we're hoping. And I guess we'll have to get some parts on ordered. Altogether, it's like 75 bucks to pretty much buy the whole new setup. So you really can't beat that. It's just the waiting game to get it. So I got the rubber line free. I took a clothes hanger and I shoved it right up through there a couple times and ran a bunch of brake fluid, and we finally got it. I got this thing pretty clean in here, but I can't get this out. So, little trick, put some air in here, put your thumb over the thing so you don't shoot it out. Now, we can finish cleaning out the inside of this and go put it back together, and well, hopefully the clutch master will pump up some fluid. We haven't got that far yet. So glad that we're getting everything rejuvenated without spending a bunch of money. It's always nice finding out if one of these vehicles are going to be any good before you dump hundreds of dollars into it. So it'd be nice to see if the tranny's good. We would assume it was because it supposedly ran and drove when it got hit. I got to screw this on first before I put it up in there. That way my rubber line isn't all kinked and twisted. Especially seeing as she was clogged up tight. So, where did I put? There they are. Let's get this back up here in place. Then we just gotta hope that, come on man, wrong hand. Hope that we can get the juices to pump down here and do its job. Oh, I'm getting excited. I want to drive this thing. So, I don't know if I told you, but you can buy every freaking part for this car, including that front frame. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like, they sell just about every panel for this car. Well, all the ones that I've looked up so far. Well, I'll get this tightened up and I'll meet you all up top. Well, yeah, it's not pumping. So, it has to come off. Maybe we can clean it. I'm trying not to set nothing on the body, seeing as this brake clean's about eating this paint right off. Not that the paint's really any good. Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun laying on the floor in there. There's not a lot of room. Whoop. Dang, dripped it right down the body. Alright, I need a rag and gotta wipe the body off. Oh yeah. There is no room down in there. That wasn't a lot of fun at all. So, let's take this thing and see if we can go make it pump. Woo! See what it... Oh, you can't get inside this one? What? Oh, I gotta pull this C-clipper thing out in here. How's that work? Oh, that's what it is. Alright, I got a little clip in here I gotta pull out. This definitely ain't the right tool. I'm just making a mess. What do you think that screw's for? I've actually never taken one of these apart before. I usually just replace them. But we can't be doing that on all these Willet runs. Oh, that's the retainer. Oh, look at that. Well, don't look too bad in there. So I don't know, maybe these seals are blown out. I don't know. I'll clean it up, we'll put it back together and hope for the best. Well, I don't know if it's gonna work, but watch. So maybe I'm gonna go hook this back up and cross my fingers. Well, here's the thing. Whoops. Not only did I just spill gas all over, the clutch, I can't get it to work. There's no making it work, so I gotta order some parts. So make sure you put in the comments if you want to see another episode on this thing. But we still have a locked up back tire that we never unlocked. Listen, I'm doing the best I can. It's hot. I think I'm on my 3rd or 4th shirt today. I forgot to unhook the return line from the fuel tank. So with that being said, every time we've had this running, it's just returning all the fuel to the tank. The good thing is, I don't see nothing leaking back there, so maybe the tank won't leak. The other good thing is maybe it'll slush around a little bit, so maybe it'll flush the tank. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have dead spots all over my lawn out front. Shh, don't tell the wife. Yeah, I say a lot. So I'm gonna get the jacks down. We'll put them back here. We'll get the rear end jacked up, and we'll see if we can get. As you can see, this tire is, well, she's been locked up. Well, maybe we did blow some chunks out the exhaust. There's little chunks all over. Heck yeah. So we're gonna see if we can get this tire unlocked, and well, if we can get it unlocked, maybe we can start it in gear and at least see if it spins. That's our goal, at least. Yeah, look at the Z. Have we really looked at the interior on this? It's a shame we don't have the other seat, but I think it'll clean up pretty good. The dash is cool. And here's something. It's got an AC thing down here, and it's got the AC stuff right there. So is this like an aftermarket thing, or is that something extra? Is it factory? I don't know. It says colder, hotter. Got me. Check out the checkered design. Diamond stitch throughout the whole car. What? No, you ain't gonna ride no kids back here. It's a 2-seater sports car. Alright, enough of me rambling. Let's get 1994. Oh, I can't get this tire to budge. And this rim's pretty sweet looking, so instead of beating on it, well, the guy had a brand new tire put on, and then 2 that were new in the back. I don't know where the 4th one. Is this aluminum? This isn't even a steel drum? How's that work? I can't go beating on that. Huh. Look at that. That's pretty cool. It's like a freaking aluminum, or maybe it's a pop metal, and it's got cooling fins on it. That's pretty nifty. Is that how they were? I don't really want to beat on it. I never even checked the other tire. Does the other tire spin? Yeah, that one spins good. Oh yeah, there ain't no drag marks then. Okay. I guess I'm gonna beat on this for a little bit and try not to break it. Oh, that was a freaking blast. I really thought the brake pads were gonna come off with it. I think if we can get them adjusted in, we'll be able to slide that back on. It's gunky in there. And there was some stuff living in there. Yeah. Still got meat on the pads, so if we can get it adjusted, we'll be able to most likely just slide it back on and yeah, okay, it spins. Whew, that was a freaking workout. I bent the backing plate, but that's fine, that's fine. I really need to get different fuel hose, but I remembered to hook up the return to some makeshift that's really dry rotted, and I just used the filter because I needed to connect it to another hose. It'll work, it'll be fine. What's next? Oh yeah, adjust these and get that drum back on. That was a lot of fun. This drum is freaking cool. Hate to get that thrown at me. I forgot to clip the water thing back in. Check this out. What does that say? Kantosuki? I don't know. Can I see it? This thing just clips in here. I like these little access panels. They're super cool. Let's see if it'll start, and never mind, hold on, I gotta move this car first over here, because if I don't move this car over here, this car first, and that thing falls off the jack stands and hits it, well, it'll suck. So I'm gonna see if we can start it in gear. You don't have to press the clutch in to start it, so hopefully we just put it in gear and we'll see if the tires spin. First, I'm gonna start it. Okay, ready? Yeah, we're spinning over here. Yes. That one's spinning too?
Yes.
Okay, this one's spinning.
This one was.
So, do you think it's got enough power to start in gear and we can drive it? We take it off the, I think we'll try that. We'll take it off the jacks and maybe the starter will start it in gear and we could drive it around the yard. So what do you think? You think it's gonna move? Oh, it should. I mean, it seems to fire up so fast. Woo! You sit so far down in this thing. How do I look?
You look tiny.
Okay, ready? See? You don't need no, Who needs a clutch? Gotta find the right RPM and you can shift. This thing's fun. We had it in third gear. You can smell the mice. Well, check it out. She runs, she drives. It's gonna rain. Woo, check it out. Perfect timing too. Just gonna start raining. What a fun week it was, huh? I hope you guys all enjoyed. We got this 1973 Datsun 240Z running again after 30 years. And driving. Technically, I mean, we could take her to town. I don't know why we couldn't. I went from first gear straight to third gear. I could not slide it in second.
Is it like that one rain cloud up there?
Yeah, just one rain cloud. Show them. That's it. Are you mad at me about the yard? I don't think it barely ripped it up. We almost just glided
It's
right.
just dry.
Well, yeah, no, I guess I ripped it up. We'll see the yard donuts in a few days. Well, that was a lot of fun. It's definitely bent. If you turn to the right, you can feel it grabbing on the car. You can turn to the left really, really, really good. I don't know. That's probably it this week. If you guys want to see another episode, like I said, put it down in there and let me know. What do you want to see? Do you want to see us make it so it can actually go on the road? Try to fix that frame a little bit? Maybe do some max body work? I don't know. Put it in the comments. Let me know. Thanks for all watching. I love you all. Peace. Rock out. I'll see you next week. SquareMaxMerch.com to get you... Do I got a shirt on?
Lucy's.
Lucy. Check it out. Hold up. Hold up. Jack stands. Get on there. Jack stand shirts are going to be on sale for how much, babe?
$15.
15 bucks. Jack stand shirts are on sale all week for 15 bucks. Get on there. We appreciate your support. SquareMaxMerch.com. Like I said, let me know if you want to see another episode. Love y'all. Peace. Rock out. Tell them peace. You're thinking about getting a borescope, maybe go check out the Testlong. I'll leave a link for it in the description, and I believe we got a discount code. Thanks again, Testlong, for sponsoring this video.